All right, hey, welcome back. It's Corey with you, and we're going to talk about unlocking that major pentatonic sound. A lot of you, I'm sure, are really good at utilizing your minor pentatonics because you're playing blues, blues rock, classic rock stuff, and it works so well. And you may even be combining major and minor with some success as well. But you're probably going to sit down someday with an acoustic guitar player who's playing a bunch of major chords, a bunch of like more major sounding stuff, and you're gonna need to take a solo, and your minor pentatonic stuff just doesn't work. Now, you might have a handle already on some major stuff, but you haven't been able to put it in yet. So what I'm gonna do is take A, F sharp minor, D, and E, and we're gonna just use a line that sounds like this. And what I'm going to do is solo for you in the next little example. And I'm going to only use that when I solo. And then at the end of the lesson, I'll really show you how you can get the most out of it. But when you're playing those chords, it's not that difficult once you get your hands and ears wrapped around it. We're going to talk about ways to practice it and really break it down, but not drag it into the music theory weeds too much. All right, that's going to be really fun. So inevitably, some viewers will ask, what's the gear you're playing? Tell us about the guitar, pedals, amp, that kind of stuff. And I'm using some of these lessons as a trial period to like try out some gear, try out some pedals, and it's cool because, you know, I can make you guys privy to what I'm checking out too. So this is a Fender American Pro 2 Strat. I've never been a huge Strat player just because it just didn't work for me. I did in the early days playing blues, but I've moved on to a lot of different other guitars to try to find my voice. Still searching after all these years. So this is stock right out of the box, set up tremendously. Got it from my friends at Sweetwater. It's got the V-Mod Pro 2 pickups in it, I think they're called. They sound really nice. Super stratty. At least I hope, right? It is a Strat. Number 4. Really nice. Middle position. Volume control works great to clean it up. That's the thing I thought Fender was missing years ago, was really having nice stock pickups, and they're really pretty crushing right here. Number 2. And the bridge is not offensive. Now the cool thing is you can pop this button up, boom, that push-pull pot there, more of a push-push, I guess, and it adds the neck pickup to any pickup in the sequence here. So if you're in the bridge, you can get sort of that telly. Nice guitar, killer case that it came in a beautiful Mystic Surf green color. It's cool. Don't know how long it'll stick around with me, but I'm gonna play it till as long as I can, as much as I can. All right, so what am I doing pedal-wise? Let's check it out. Oh, guys, boom. Well, I break it, I bought it, right? Classic old blues driver. I have a handful of sort of inexpensive pedals here that I'm testing out because folks will ask me, hey, I'm on a budget, I want a pedal that's just around 100 bucks or so. These are slightly over 100 bucks, but it's really great. Just have the gain at about like 1 o'clock. And with the Strat, it can really give you those tones that you're looking for. It might even be a little much. Cleans up so well. And for this playing example, it worked great with all of the sort of, you know, like those kinds of emotional bends that I want to do. I didn't think I'd like a blues driver as much as I do. It's been years since I played one, but I'm gonna put all the links below for you guys to check these out. And if you decide to pick up any of these, it helps the channel a little bit, so that's really cool. So thanks to Sweetwater for loaning me some gear to present to you guys and to keep trying to find the Strat that works for me. This is a great one, and it's set up so well. I can't even believe, like, too well for me. I'm slipping and sliding all over because the guitar plays itself. So that's pretty much it. Let's dive in and hear this guitar in action, and then I'll teach you all the concepts that I'm using while I'm playing. Let's do it. All right, so let's unpack a little bit of that and talk about how I was using that major pentatonic line to actually navigate those chord changes and give me some ideas for soloing and improvising. So real quick, let's recap a couple things. We're in the key of A, and our chords are A, F sharp minor, D, and E. Of course, back to A. Now, if you know major pentatonic, I'm going to skip through a couple things because you already know those scales. This is a way to connect them and a way to kind of start making music with them. But real quickly, for those that are just kind of dipping their toe in the major pentatonic water, I want you to know that you probably already know, I should say this, an A minor pentatonic scale. Right? So obviously it's minor. That's not going to sound really great over a major type song or a major chord progression. But what we are going to do is, if you take the first two notes on the 6th string there, on the 5th and 8th frets, this is our A and this is our C. We're going to make it so the pinky's on the A, and this is our little cheat code to get to an A major pentatonic. If you played your sort of pattern 1 that you're used to, you'll hear this. And you're going to say, it looks an awful lot like F sharp minor pentatonic. Well, you're right, because for every major, there is a relative minor. The exact notes in A major are the exact notes in F sharp minor, just played in a different order and emphasized per the song that you have and per the mood and the vibe and all that kind of stuff. So that's A major pentatonic scale. We have 5 patterns of that, just like we do the minors. But what we're going to do is take the notes A, B, C sharp, E, F sharp, A, so on and so forth, the notes that make up our scale, and we're going to play them in this linear fashion. You could take it even further. For the playing example, I didn't go quite that far. But what I did was I took A, B, C sharp, E, F sharp, A, and just kept repeating it. Now, since I know that this is also F sharp minor, there were instances that I kind of stuck inside the scale a little bit too, but I was always using the line as a launching pad. Now, I don't have to play the whole line every time. I can take bits and pieces of it. I like starting on this A note on the 4th string, 7th fret. Now I can also start it in other notes that sound good, like maybe C sharp, maybe E, And why am I choosing those notes? Well, my first chord's A. And that chord is made up of the notes A, C sharp, and E. So if I go A, C sharp, E, or walk my way into those A, B, C sharp, E, F sharp, A, all of those notes, the B and even the F sharp, don't sound all that bad against the A chord. Now when I go to F sharp minor, in an F sharp minor, an F sharp, an A, and a C sharp are in that chord. Lo and behold, there's our notes right there. A, C sharp, F sharp, A, C sharp, back to F sharp, E, C sharp. And then those other notes like B and E can be nice passing notes. Now we get to a D, to an E, and those chords are going by quick enough that as long as we have sort of a nice place to jump off to or land, we can use that line and still be effective. So we don't have to chase it around. Because what you'll notice is there is no D note in this line. It's just A, B, C sharp, E, F sharp, A. So what's good for us, notes like F sharp and A are in the D chord. So maybe we're going. So when I land on those notes, it's gonna lock right in. But I'm not thinking about any of that when I'm playing. I might be thinking about where to land, but I'm just kind of going for it and just kind of playing to see what sounds good to me, because then your hands and your ears and your brain are all going to connect and feel good about it, okay? When it goes to the E chord, I could start on a B, because there's an E and a B note are both in that chord. But what I can do is I can use those other notes and the line to be like little lily pads to my targeted notes. Because it goes back to A so quickly, those notes all sort of flow nicely together to create really fun melodic things. What I'm not doing is I'm not using triads, I'm not using a major scale, I'm just using this major pentatonic. Because otherwise, I don't want to go. It's too sing-songy for me. I want to go. I didn't do one triad, I didn't play one major scale. You can. To me, it's not as melodic to play some of that stuff. Now, there's times and places to do all that. That's not a hard, fast rule, but we're playing sort of a mid-tempo, folky R&B kind of thing, almost like an old Motown, Steve Cropper sort of a thing, and what I was playing was more than enough, for sure. So what I want to do is take a real quick second and bring the track in and walk you through it even further before we break. All right, so I'm just going to jam a little bit over the track, and I want to talk through some of the changes as they go by. And I want you to also think about this can be used in any key, as long as you know your starting note. Try it in G, your chords would be G, E minor, C and D. Try it in C, C, A minor, F and G. And try it in other spots on the neck. As long as you get that sort of little cascading pattern down, you're going to be able to use it anywhere on the guitar. All right, let's play a little bit. A 1, 2, keep it simple in A. I ended on an E, very good note for A. Right on the root, F sharp. My destination was E, so I just landed on E right there. Right on A. Maybe I want to do a bluesy bend. And on the F sharp, that sounds nice. A for the D chord, B for the E chord. Now, I'm not thinking of any of that as I play. Just having some fun. Just having some fun on this guitar. I haven't played a legit Fender Strat in a long, long time. I got one back there, but long story as to why it's not this. So very cool guitar. I thought it sounded great. Pickups sound really nice. And it was a great example, I thought, for this kind of lesson. In my website, Working Class Guitar, I have students that subscribe there, and they were talking a lot about this. How do I play with maybe an acoustic guitar player who's playing in different keys with a capo and that sort of thing, and they're playing major songs and not blues or blues rock or rock. Very major sounding stuff. How do I still make it sound cool and soulful? I think that's a great way. That's it. I hope you dig it. I hope you were able to pause the video and if you go back and watch and check out all the tabs and stuff too. And of course, you can have more lessons and more instruction of this nature on my website, workingclassguitar.com. You can try it free for 14 days and find all sorts of cool lessons and hang with us once a month in a live Zoom Q&A as well. All right, y'all, I'm Corey. Can't wait to see you again on another lesson. Subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up, do all those things to help me out if you wouldn't mind, and I'll be back with some more stuff next time. All right, take care.